to talk about these conference tournaments. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read you through some of the favorites, the lines at Bet Rivers. Then I'm going to ask you guys to each make a pick on who is going to win and someone that you think is going to surprise some people in that specific tournament. We are starting with the ACC. Duke is minus 137 to win it all at Bet Rivers. I don't think I need to give you any other odds because I think Duke wins every game by 25 points. Carolina's 6-1, but I think Duke wins every game by 25 points in that conference tournament. Goodman, am I wrong?
No. I'd like to say you're wrong because it's fun to say you're wrong, but you are not wrong on this one. I mean, I think that was like the ultimate wake-up call. I wouldn't be surprised if K took away everything for the Duke players. He did it years ago. Remember, I broke that story years ago when he took away everything, and it's like this big headline on ESPN and whatever. Maybe he did it again.
To go find that. Who tipped you off to go get that story?
Maybe he did it again. He likes doing that. I mean, that's happened. I'm sure it's happened, 20 times over maybe 42 times. Maybe he's done it with every team once over the course of his career. But no, Duke's they're going to win this thing. They'll win the ACC tournament.
Prohm, who's going to surprise people at Barclays this weekend?
Man, I'm going to say Virginia. I'm going to go with Virginia just because of their style of play. They can play multiple games because of their style of play, their pace of play offensively. Obviously, they're very, very, very well coached, and they're defensive minded. And so, and they've played well the back end of the year. So if I'm going to take a sleeper team, I'm going to go Virginia.
All right, we're going to get into the Big Ten next. Purdue plus 175. Illinois is plus 275. Iowa, surprisingly enough, is plus 400, 4-1 odds to win the Big Ten tournament. And we have Wisconsin at 8-1. Prohm, who is winning it? I need you to tell me right now who is winning the Big Ten tournament.
Illinois.
Okay.
Illinois. I just, man, there's something about that group. Even listening to them last night when I like to go and listen to coaches' press conferences. I like to hear what they say. I like to hear what the players say. They got more to prove. I think they have more to prove, and then the defending Big Ten tournament champions as well. And it's amazing, how you can have special years and lose a special player like Io. And Io helped them get it to where they're at now, and then the other guys have now carrying the torch further. And that's pretty cool to see from that standpoint if you're a coach looking at it from a coach standpoint. So I'd go Illinois.
Goodman, who's going to make some noise in this tournament? Who do you think can surprise some people? Are you going Nebraska? They've won 3 in a row.
I'll go with Michigan
on the road.
Okay. I'm going to go Michigan here because I think they got a little momentum. They won a game without Hunter Dickinson, who, according to my sources, might have had some bad chicken in Columbus and was unable to play. But yeah, I think Michigan, you get Hunter back. Obviously, Diabate has played terrific, and the key has been Devontae Jones. He's been awesome lately, and if they can just get Caleb Houston, and really Terrence Williams was great the other day. So I think they're more well-rounded now, and Devontae Jones is a completely different player than he was earlier this season. So I'll take Michigan. They got to get past Indiana and Illinois, which is going to be no easy task.
All right, let's head over to the Garden. Goodman. Villanova is plus 150 as the 2 seed. UConn is plus 300 as the 3 seed. Providence, who won the Big East regular season title outright, is plus 500. They are the 3rd favorite, according to our friends at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Jeffrey, who's winning this thing?
The Villanova Wildcats. I mean, come on. Do we really? I know you're shaking your head, Mr. UConn. Jim Calhoun's going to be in the house, so you got to kiss up to him. I know you're going to take the Huskies, but I'm going to take the culture team that did not win the regular season title. And despite beating Providence twice, they're going to be hungry for this one. So I'm taking Colin Gillespie and the Villanova Wildcats.
Prohm, who's going to surprise people?
Seton Hall. I think they've won their last 5. They've won 8 out of 10. They've struggled with COVID during the years. They've struggled with injuries. And I think, Kevin and his group's got something to prove. And there's no better stage, like we talked off air, than the Garden to prove it. And, I like Seton Hall.
Hey, how about the road? Listen to this. Xavier's road. Butler. Now, again, they've been terrible, I know. But if they can get one against Butler, they get Providence. in the quarters. Then they would get the winner of Marquette Creighton. They could get in, honestly, they could go to the finals, and it wouldn't surprise. They were favored. They have more talent than maybe all those teams.
Mm-hmm. They do. They do.
Just saying.
They should win. They should win it. They also should not have lost 9 of the last 13. All right, we got to roll through these. Let's get to the Big 12. Prohm's old stomping grounds. Kansas is plus 200. Baylor is plus 225. Texas Tech is plus 250. Texas plus 500. And my sleeper, Prohm, TCU, 17-1 odds. Who is winning this tournament? Tell me right now. I need you to give me a winner. Who's winning it?
I'm going to go with Kansas. Because if they could get, as they get in that semifinal, final round, Big 12, if you've been in that environment, in Iowa State, they call it Hilton South there. They support it. So if they move on, they'll have a home court advantage as well, too. But I like Kansas because the environment's going to be really, really pro-Kansas. It's going to be hard to beat them in there.
Goodman?
Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't like Baylor. I love Baylor. I love everything they've done. I think they're too shorthanded to make a run. And honestly, I believe the best thing for this Baylor team is probably not to go deep in the Big 12 tournament and get rest, especially if they only have 6-7 guys, which is what it looks like right now.
Yeah, TCU is the sleeper. Watch out for them. They get Texas in the quarterfinals, and then they play Kansas twice. Last week, they get them in the as a potential matchup in the semis. All right, Pac-12. Arizona is minus 112. UCLA is plus 175. Goodman, Oregon plus 800. USC plus 1,000, 10-1 odds, and then winning it. Who do you like out there in the Pac-12?
I thought we were talking about the power leagues.
Okay.
Let's see. By the way, can I tell you something? Do you know that the AD, and this is totally off a tangent in the Pac-12, the AD at now Oregon State gave Wayne Tinkle an extension after he went to the Elite Eight last year with a buyout of about I don't know the exact number, but it's a ton of money. Like I want to say it's like 15 million. It's the same AD, Scott Barnes, who hired Kevin Stallings at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that. I have no reason. It just hit me in the head, and I wanted to let you guys know that Scott Barnes has made 2 of the not bright moves.
Scott Barnes confirmed not as good as at his job as Scotty Barnes is.
Very true. Very, very true.
Jeff Goodman picked Arizona to win it. There you go. Locked and loaded. Prohm. Let's go to the SEC. Kentucky, Auburn, Tennessee, Arkansas. Those are the top 4 teams. Do you see anybody from outside of that group making it to the semifinals? Can anyone crash that party?
I think LSU and Alabama have the ability. I mean, I think they have the talent level and the players to do it. They just haven't been as consistent as those other guys, all season long. But I think there's no question that there's 1 or 2 teams in the league that can do it. It's those 2.
Goodman, who's winning the SEC? Give it to me right now. You got 10 seconds.
I will go Kentucky.
Wendell Green and Auburn, Kentucky. SEC champions.
The dual champions for Wendell Green. If that happens, Prohm, I will apologize. I will make a handwritten letter and I will apologize to him because he will have earned it. He will have deserved it. All credit to him. I hope Auburn does it. Listen.